All right, welcome back. In this video, we're going to tackle two different problems. One of them concerns distributive law and the other one concerns an algebraic representation concept. So on the distributive law, the problem states which verbal expression can be represented by 2 times x minus 5. When you encounter this sort of problem, the best way is to simply work out each of the choices in a way that makes sense to you. Okay, what do I mean by that? Let's choose choice D. It says product of 2 and x decreased by 5. What that really means is you are multiplying 2 times x minus 5. If you notice how I use my brackets, okay, this is exactly what choice D describes. Now, is that same as writing 2 times x minus 5? If you expand 2 times x minus 5, that is same as 2x minus 10, not 2x minus 5. So choice D is incorrect. Let's move to choice D. Difference, twice the difference of x and 5. Well, that makes sense. 2 times x minus 5, which is same as 2 times x minus 5 provided in the question. So at the moment, let's put a question mark and a tick as well. Make sure that that could be a potential candidate for the correct answer. Let's move to B. 2 multiplied by x less than 5. Now here's where it gets tricky. If you notice, it starts off right. 2 multiplied by x less than 5. What that means is 5 minus x. So that would be 10 minus x. 10 minus 2x, which is not same as 2x minus 10. So that's incorrect. Choice A, 5 less than 2 times x. Well, that's essentially same as D, right? 5 less than 2 times x. 2x minus 5, which is not equal to 2x minus 10. Again, that is essentially a different way of writing D, so that's incorrect, which leaves us with only choice C, so C is the correct answer. Sometimes you may have to, again, not every problem on a test is going to expect you to work out each of the choices. I did it here so that everybody can see what has to be done to solve the problem, but once you get proficient, as you read each of the choices, you might be able to eliminate them based on good measure, and you would end up with the correct answer. So let's move to the second problem. Caitlin has a movie rental card worth $175. After she rents the first movie, the card's value is $172.25. After she rents the second movie, its value is $169.5. After she rents the third movie, the card is $166.75. Assuming the pattern continues, which of the following equations define A, the amount of money on the rental card after n rentals? So if you notice, there's definitely a lot of ways to do it. So she's starting with $175, moving on to $172.25, moving on to $169.5, and then moving on to $166.75. If you notice, the difference between this and this is $2.75, and the difference between this and this is also $2.75, and the difference between this and this is $2.75. So she keeps spending about $2.75 each time she rents a movie. So the basic purpose is, unlike the problem we did earlier about the salesman, here it's the base price of $175 cannot be carried over because it's decreasing. So the first thing is you have to write the basic price, because the quantity of the money that she has, the amount of money she has decreases, we have to use a negative sign. Now, right away we can tell B and D are incorrect because neither of them fits the fits this profile, which leaves us with only A and C. Now, unlike the salesman problem that we did earlier, this is different. This is in fact exact opposite way of writing the mathematical algebraic expression, because we don't want the 175 to carry over, right? So that means, let me actually write the correct answer here and then explain. Think about it. If you write it as the way C is, that means if say she rents one time, that means it's going to look fine. It's going to look like 172.25. But once you put 2, then that's going to be twice the amount than what she even started with. So C is incorrect and A is correct, because if we put 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, you're going to end up with these amounts shown on the screen. Whereas, so A is correct, whereas C is incorrect, because $175 minus 2.75, say she rents the movie twice. That's even more than the money she would have started with. So you can't do it this way. So this is exactly the opposite way of writing an algebraic expression. So when you want the amount to be carried over, then you do it the way we did it in the salesman problem. If you don't want the money to be carried over, then you add your variable to the actual increment rather than the whole thing. Does that make sense? Okay, so the correct answer is A, and all of the others are incorrect. So let me strike it out. So correct answer is A. All right, so I'll see you with another problem. All right, so the length of a rectangle is 3 feet less than twice its width. If X represents the width of the rectangle in feet, which inequality represents the area of the rectangle that is at most 30 square feet? If you notice, before you even start the problem, they're saying the area of the rectangle at its maximum can only be 30. That means it can only be less than or equal to 30 feet. In other words, what they're saying is area of the rectangle, if you literally visualize the problem, it's less than equal to 30 square feet. That's what they're saying. So you can use part of the problem to first narrow your choices down before you can actually nail the correct choice. If you look at that, you can only say it's either A or C is the correct choices, because only those fit the profile of A or C, okay? Fit the profile of this less than equal to 30 square feet. So what is the area of a rectangle? Area of a rectangle is length times width, right? We know our width is represented by X, and length is 3 feet less than twice its width. So L equals 2 times X minus 3, and width is X. So L times W is X times 2X minus 3 less than or equal to 30 square feet. If you disregard the square feet, the unit itself, then it represents X times 2X minus 3 is less than or equal to 30, which is answer choice A. Now, why is 3 incorrect? C is incorrect simply because it says the length of the rectangle is 3 feet less than twice its width, not 2X less than 3 feet. So it's just not how it's set in the question. So that's why C is incorrect. C is almost there, just not right. So C is not right, which means A is the correct answer. All right, so stay tuned. I think the video length is getting a little longer, so I'll see you with another problem in the Essential Math series. So stay tuned.